And then I would open the Sibelius program by going to my Start menu, and if it's not on there, typing the word Sibelius in, and there it is there. Probably when it first opens you'll get to this screen and you'll notice there's a few tabs across the top. You don't want New Score, you want to open Other, because what you want to do is open the template you've just saved from OneNote. Now when it first opens it'll probably look something like this, and there's a couple of other menus that you've got to go into to set up the score. So I'll start with going into the View tab at the top and over into Panels. I've got a very big screen, yours might be a little bit crushed up, but it'll be there somewhere. Down in there, there's several things we want to have on. The first one is the keypad. That's this little thing which has the rhythms in it in case you want to manually put in some rhythms. The second thing is the transport, which has the play commands on it. And the last one we want in the View Panels is this thing called Ideas. And over in Ideas you'll notice there's tabs across the top, all library, and the one we want is Score. Now this is a template file that I have pre-made for you that contains almost everything that you need for the assignment. So let's look at what's in the Ideas bank. The blue things are Motherless Child, the melody. There's the darker blue one is the whole thing, and then the lighter blue ones, as you can see from their titles, are just sections of the melody. Yellow ones are Wade in the Water. So the darker yellow one's the whole melody, and then the paler yellow ones are bits of the melody. There's some pink ones, which I made, which are just rhythms. Basically, you've got it set up, and hopefully you've saved it with a new name. You might say File, Save As, and it'd be your name, wouldn't it? So I'm going to pay Teacher Demo 1, yeah? But you would save it with, 10 Composing Smith Draft 1 or something like that. Some sensible name, and you would save it into OneDrive. I would just suggest that it's a little bit easier to use this assignment if you pop down into what's called Panorama View, and you'll see it sort of spreads it out lengthways so you can see the whole thing, and you can make it bigger or smaller with the little plus and minus. Now you'll notice this template has 16 bars. If you're in grade 9 that's probably okay, but if you're in year 10 you're probably going to need a little bit more. So if you'll recall, I suggested having an 8-bar introduction. So there's 8 bars, there's the end of 8 bars, and I suggest popping into the Notations barline menu and putting in a double bar. And that tells me that that first 8 bars is my introduction, and then I've got from 9 to 16, the next 8 bars is my middle section, and I need more bars. If you can remember the Sibelius shortcuts, the hot pink ones are the ones we use really commonly, and Control B is a really good one to remember. But if you haven't memorized them, most things you want are on the Home tab, there, Add Bars. Yeah, add bar at end, and you'll notice that's Control B. So I'm just going to press Control B 8 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to make my thing longer, so that I can put a double bar at the end of 16, Notations barline double, and then I'll have my 3 sections, an 8-bar introduction, an 8-bar middle section, and an 8-bar end section. Of course, as you know from the planner year 10s, I don't mind if you make that middle section 16 bars long, but that's up to you. The template file has 3 instruments in it, a guitar, a flute, and a snare drum. You're allowed to have 3 to 5 instruments, so you could put in a couple more, or you could choose 5 completely different ones. So if I just press the letter I, it'll take me into the menu. You can use this search bar here called Find if you know the name of the instrument. So I might say I want a violin because I play the violin, yeah? So I'm just going to click that, and then it'll pop down there and I can add it to Score. And I think I'd like to have as well some congas. And I might have two congas, yeah? And I'm going to add them to Score. And I don't want that snare drum, I'm going to delete that. And so now I've got flute, congas, acoustic guitar, violin. I might have one more thing, maybe a cello, yeah? So I'm going to put that in there, and oh no, it's not there. Surely cello is there. It's because cello has a special name. Violon, violoncello, yeah, which is really annoying. So I'll show you another way of finding things. You'll notice these are all little menus which I can collapse, and I'm looking at all instruments, which is a huge number, yeah? But what I really just want is common instruments. So if I go in there, I can find the string family, and then I can see there's the cello there. But if you need a bit of help finding the instrument you want, just talk to me. So now I've got flute, congas, acoustic guitar, violin, and cello. I think I don't want that flute. I don't like the flute. What I think I want is a nice big drum. Now, of course, because I'm the teacher, I know lots of instrument names. I'm going to pick a taiko drum, which is from Japan. Has quite a nice sound, but I could have chosen a bass drum or something like that. Okay, so now I've got my 5 instruments. Can you see them there? Congo, taiko, sounds like a bass drum, guitar, violin, and cello. I like it, so I'm just going to make sure I've saved my file. And I think that's pretty much step 1.